InShalla and Ashe. I kind of had to wait for everything to go online. So, as always, blessings to everybody. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the Daily Snippet. This is my morning snippet where I share insight into the 4 pillars, the element of the day, the energy of the cosmos, the galactic corridor, along with what center is activated today, energetic center. And today I'm actually I'm bringing in my fairy ring deck and also some angelic beings, maybe an affirmation, a snippet of a meditation, basically whatever pops into my energy field. But today you can see the day master, or it's yin wood or yaya in the Chinese, and the branch is actually the ox. So we still have a lot of earth energy, which wood energy actually breaks down earth. It kind of dismantles it a bit. You know, imagine like a tree bursting through the earth and breaking it up. So for those of you that feel that the world feels dense or heavy, actually this possibly could be why. It's a very yin day, beyond yin, like everything's got yin energy, even on the hour, which I don't talk about. But the heavenly branches or the heavenly stems and the branches, the elementals, there's just a lot of yin energy there. So we definitely need to bring in the yang to balance this out. Just to really, balance our outer world, because everything's so inside the narrative of like what we tell our soul or our story. It's kind of all of the mysteries of the world, really, because today is a day to actually rest and receive and just open up to our intuitive guidance. You might get some creative insights today that come into your visual field. And if you do, I would totally muse about that. And again, with all those earth branches, I would actually, I'm not going to bring in the hour, but that's just a lot of earth energy. The only thing, we're actually missing the element of the dog and also the dragon, but 2 oxes, that's just a lot of, it feels heavy. So the hour I don't include because it changes every hour on the hour, or, every 2 hours, but also the energies. So when I work energetically with these elements, like the gallbladder and the stomach and the spleen, the earth meridians in the body, the pancreas, and the lymphatic system, actually. So it might feel sluggish. So movement is definitely something that's needed with all this earth energy. And water is actually needed to support the day master, because ultimately the wood element, water will support that wood energy. And actually I'd bring in more of mineral or metal as well. Even though it's there, I would probably bring in the unrefined stone, or connect with the stone in a flowing river. It's the wisdom of water that actually shifts in this higher vibrational frequency, the element of water, and the stone that actually holds the wisdom of the ancients. We're earth school and earth time. So today, if you could actually go to a river or a stream, sit in a stream on a large stone or a rock, that would actually be really magical, because the water reconciles and the stone can assist to tell a new story. With all of the emotional tides of this Cancer season, it's really about finding our peace, our inner calm with the element of water out into the cosmos too, focusing on our inner heart self and actually what our heart truly wants, instead of like all the fears and the doubts and the worries, or, what you don't want to attract. And in the inner garden of creativity, that when you connect with it, it's going to launch and blossom and open up to the higher frequencies and images through vision to keep our creative channel literally open. So if you resist the magic, then it will shut down this channel where we can get our creative insight. So open up today and really just see what comes up. And while you're opening up, you can also feel where you belong in the future in our day-to-day reality. Like if something doesn't feel like it belongs, literally just magically pull the weed or, put it on the shelf. For myself, I know I'm opening up to receive intuitive guidance literally from the galactic universe, the beings in the other realm, whether it's an ancestor, a Wedame, an angelic being, or even a light being from a totally different dimension. And of course, the fairies and, I always have the fairies and the candomblé, so I can't wait to share the card I picked today. But when you really feel the right essence and you ultimately just feel your heart open up to receive this intuitive guidance, then balance will kind of be like a baby's binky, just soothing those inner rivers of emotional grief. That's what mineral and metal is. It's our grief channel as well. It's our lungs, a large intestine. So myself, I'm in a cosmic state of grief really since July 1st. And any emotional waves that you have experienced in the last few weeks, today is a great day to set those at ease or ease up on them a little bit. So it's really a magical day to heal and restore and utilize your peace. And any of the disruptions in your emotional energetic field that needs the rivers or the streams to get into the flow, you can just imagine yourself there. And also with the moon in the sign of Libra, this is it definitely feels the moon like a day where we need to restore the balance of those Libra scales, what they look like. Just releasing any emotional pressure that you actually might feel today, bringing in purity and serenity. Essential oils are great for that. I used doTERRA, and there actually is one called Serenity and one called Purity. But I'm really sensitive to smell. I probably go with Serenity over Purity, to be honestly. But the wisdom, in a tranquil state, like meditation is really a good thing to do today. I have the Buttercup meditation that's really ready to roll out the door for any of you that are in like an emotional state of chaos, really. Today's just a great day to open up your heart center to receive love and nurturing. Vissudha, our throat center, is actually open. So all forms of the color blue, blue-greens, bring in the heart, and also our communication center. Our spiritual truths kind of come online. Even darker blues bring in healing energy and wisdom of like just really ancient healing. So I would really bring in any color that makes you feel in your heart safe and secure, and totally give pause to your own inner peace today. Bring in a state of gratitude in the journey, on the earth plane, feeling into what it feels like to actually truly belong. And I know myself, I have issues with where I belong or I don't belong, and accepting that sometimes I really don't belong in certain environments. So creating a safe container is really a good thing for today. And maybe be a recluse. I'm telling you, meditation would be great today. And as far as the angelic beings for today, I should probably post them on my little side there. But I feel like we should still be connecting with Gabriel. Gabriel, it's this inner child protector and nurtures our inner beingness. Even connecting with your own inner child, your 3-year-old self, and have a kind of an adult child conversation with your own inner child. Another archangel is Jophiel. It's the beauty of God. The mission of this archangel is to actually assist us in beautifying our life. It's often called the feng shui angel, so I thought that was actually super cool since I'm incorporating the 4 pillars and the energies of the elements. So this angel wants to uplift our thoughts and realize the beauty that resides within us. I actually see this all the time. I think sometimes people don't recognize their own inner beauty. We're too busy trying to be what somebody else thinks beautiful is. So it's just opening us up to the beauty inside of us and this angel actually assists us to develop spiritually, creating self-motivation and kind of up leveling or upcycling our ability to speak and communicate with different dimensions and in the physical realm. And through this angel, it inspires us to actually create a more relaxing and calm atmosphere, just really seeing the light and the beauty in everything, not just within ourselves, but anything around us. So today, again, it would be a great day to meditate with your soul if you really truly want to realize your inner self, your inner beingness. And another archangel for today is Uriel, which I find also curious, is the light of God. And this archangel or this angelic being is more of an intellectual. It reminds me of the genies in the Dagara. This light of God, Uriel angel, assists with our creativity and our ideas. So it's a great one just for today. And with this angelic light being, what it shows us is our true path to success, along with assisting to create things that are unique and special in character. And we all have unique and special gifts. So you want to call in Uriel if you're in any difficult situation to assist in solving problems and utilizing a higher intelligence and power of self-will or other will. This is also an angelic being of forgiveness. So the motive here is to actually make us realize the reality of the galactic universe, God universe, the great spirit, whatever, you ultimately want to call whatever that source energy is, and just recognize that this being is the ultimate creator and we are co-creators with this galactic universe. So I also find that very curious because we all need that light, right? So today, look at that wonderful card there. She's the queen, the sea. It says mither, but it's mother. This is from the fairy ring deck that I have. So she's part of what's called the spring court. So for me, this is like springing into new growth and beingness. She's actually a benevolent fairy from Scotland, believe it or not, which I thought was fun. So in the summer, this queen brings warmth and she calms the rivers and the waters. She's actually the fairy of the spring equinox. I'm not sure you can see that, but you can see all of the ferns around her. That's why she's part of the spring court. She's actually a manifestation of the mother goddess. She's the fairy of fertility in all of its magical forms and essences. So it's like growth and vegetation, sends in rain. So she's very healing. Animals, brings in the fish. You can see that. It's love and marriage and even the birthing of children. The spring, these are all spring activities. So you can bring in the sea mother today. You can just kind of relax and imagine yourself walking along a seashore in the spring or the ocean or whatever that looks like for you. And, just imagine, even though the weather you can see in the card, it might appear stormy. Just imagine the clearing of the storm and the sun shining bright. And just kind of imagine yourself gazing out into the sea and feel truly that something magical and unique is going to happen. And as you kind of gaze into that, I would, just imagine suddenly within a few feet in front of yourself, you actually see this beautiful queen like rising from those waves, those oceanic waves of the sea, dressed in, her ocean blue. She's got a string of black pearls across her forehead. And, she really is the being of the sea. She's like the sea mother. So her purpose is actually to bring in the summer and return life to both land and sea. So in her arms, you can see she has a shell. The fish are silver and they're just shiny, and there's an abundance of them as they're entering the sea. So the fishermen, they're going to have their full bounty. And just wading to the shoreline, just smiling as she passes you in the shoreline, if you can get that visual, going into different orchids, and her shell, it also pours seeds out to the ground for abundance and growth and the sweetness of grass and trees and just the earth, the groundedness of the earth soil and the richness. And she actually, all the animals, she's like the caretaker and the nurturer of the animal realm as well. So just wherever she passes, fruit trees blossom, flowers bubble up from her footsteps. And so everything is flourishing. And we totally need this flourishing, right? So you might feel enchanted just by her presence as she's finishing up nurturing the realms of the earth in different aspects, whether it's the ocean or the seeds. And just know that this queen, this sea mother, she can offer gifts. So she might turn and look at you. And is also, when you ask for a gift or a wish, we always have to be careful for what we wish for. So, you want to ask for something that's more pleasing and authentic, true to your heart space. And if your reply or what you are asking for pleases her, then she'll grant you the wish. So it's kind of like the bounty. So when you're ready, you can see the essence of her and you can turn and leave and just allow the scene of this queen sea mother to just kind of fade away and return to your own waking state of consciousness after you leave her. And with that, I have to say, have a magical fairy ring kind of day. Find your inner peace, stay in the field of grace, and as always, I'll see you on the other side, InShalla, and Ashe.